really nice kit, lots of options, and it'll be a really great build. Hello, this is BJ from Hearns Hobbies, and today I'm going to be looking at one of these car kits. It's this one. It's an Aoshima 1/24 scale C-West FD3S RX-7. So got a lot of code across there, but those that know cars, they know that the FD3S was the last iteration of the RX-7 from Mazda, which was their rotary powered sports car. Now there's been plenty of RX-7 concepts out, but this is very iconic. So it's quite rare to see around these days. And then this is C-West being the tuning houses version of this particular RX-7. They have very nice bodywork, so you see there's quite aggressive but smooth styling for the front apron. And then as we go along the side skirts, that sort of carried over with that same sort of look. And then you have the really aggressive separate wing, high mounted wing on the back. Okay, so let's have a look inside. Now if we look over here, you see the box side is really nice. It gives a really nice impression of what this car is going to look like. Nice angle, low angle, looks like a fighter jet. Very nice wheels, Advan wheels, and then you've got this big opening here for your intercooler. All right, let's have a look inside. All right, so you get a bag, or lots of bags of bits in this box. Let's put this aside over here. And let's have a look at all these parts as we go. All right, so here we have the clear parts. You can see there, but it's not just one clear parts. They actually give you two sets of clear parts. All right, so one's been smoked. So you can just see through here. You may be able to see there. It is quite a dark smoke. Now the greatest advantage of this particular one is probably for the rear light section here, which has been smoked on this version. But I guess if you want tinted windows, you can use this, and then any of the other lights too. So it gives you quite a lot of customization. You could even do that like whatever color you like. You can paint the rear lights red, change it up a bit. So that's a nice touch. So two sets of clears there, smoked and non-smoked. And then we'll get into this bag, which has got quite a few items inside. All right, so we've got the Advan wheels there. Very nice, already colored in a gold color. So you see there, it's white on the bottom here, it's gold. So these have been pre-painted. Very nice and smooth. And then we have the floor pan here. Let's just make a bit of room. Got the floor pan there. So it's got that traditional sort of car build, I guess you call it. You get the floor pan, and then you see the markings here. These are location points for the interior tub. And then on the bottom, you have all the suspension that just bolts onto there. So you can see all the press detail from the floor pan. Over here we have the wing components. So you've got the horizontal points here. You've got the gurney flap, the side panels, and then the mounts. Over here we have the, I guess you call them the raised headlights. So rather than having the pop-up headlights, these replace the covers so that the headlights are shown all the time. And then from there, you've got this larger bit of bits. This is mainly the suspension and under chassis components. Okay, so you've got an exhaust system, you've got the front skid plate with the struts. You've got the drive shafts and a drive shaft with the diff, and then you've got your rear struts there. Your front steering uprights, steering rod. So you see how these got the C clips on the end. So basically these clip into your uprights, so you got working suspension after it, working steering after it's built. You got your different shocks and struts here, and your disc brakes. Okay, then we've got this bag here, which, look at that, there's more wheels. Okay, so we've got a bag of tires. The tires are actually really nice in that they've got the tread on them, which is a directional tread. It's really fine. You probably won't be able to pick that up on the camera. There's the polycaps in there as well. So the polycaps are placed inside the wheels, and that allows you to easily change wheels as well, and hence a different set of wheels there. Okay, so you've got choices. you got these ones here, which are original RX-7 wheels. You've got the side mirror there as well. So you've got this reflective finish with the chrome plating. But of course, if you bought this, you would want to put on the specky wheels. You can always use these as spare parts. It's quite often, if you do a lot of cars, you can use those as spares. And then over here, there's 2 sets of sprues. So this is the interior tub, which I spoke about earlier. So you notice on the bottom there, you'll see there's the 4 locating nubs. So that locks quite nicely and aligned with the floor pan. You've got the rear vision mirrors here. You got your dash, steering wheel, steering column, the handbrake. You've got the rear wiper and windshield wipers, and then you've got the registration plates there as well. And then with here, you've got the interior components. So being a sort of standard type kit, well, it's based on a standard kit, isn't it? So you've got the original rear wing here and here, and then you've got the insides. So you've got your door panels, and then the seats and the seat backs. Okay, actually, now that would be a seat back, I'm sure. Yes, it is. Okay, so you will be left with a few extra bits that you may use on another build later on. Okay, so from there, we have some body components. Okay, so you've got the body here. Okay, so that's the original bodywork. So that's as per factory, and basically you have all these additional parts here to convert it into the C-West version. Okay, so you've got your new nose, okay, and front apron, new rear bumper and rear apron, and then you have new side skirts. Okay, so as you can see, this would just fit over here, like so. It's quite clever how they do this. So Aoshima do make quite a few cars in their standard guise, and then also as a modified one or tuned one, like this one from C-West. Okay, so you notice that this has got the standard pop-up headlights, and I'm guessing that they'll be asking you to cut out these so they can use the poking ones, the ones that pop up. So you can see from here. So it doesn't have those covers anymore. It's actually got permanent lights with different housings. Okay, and then with that, there's a few extra bits in here. So here we have a different exhaust. So a much bigger exhaust pipe there, like a tuned exhaust pipe. A smaller can there for the muffler. And then some more clear parts. So this has got the new headlight covers. So these are the bulge ones. And then there's a few other new parts too. So these are the for the fog lights and other components which are part of the new bodywork. Okay, so you've got the indicators that are on the bumper. So you've got the new lenses for those. And then also for your fog lamps here. Okay, let's just pop that over here. All right, and then from there, we've got this bag of parts. So there's some window mask. Idea of the window mask is you apply it on the inside, spray it black, and then you'll have your black surrounds, and you'll have the perfect edges there. There's also a set of decals there as well. So a couple of C-West registration type plates, so like show plates. A couple of Japanese number plates. And then there's other decals as well, racing type decals, particularly along the sides of the front panels. And instrument decals as well. So you got your choices of a white background or a black background. That's nice with all this sort of customization. All right, and then we get into the manual. Okay, so you've got your manual here. You've got multi-language. Okay, so you've got Japanese and you've got your English. And then with the Japanese, there's also kana written across the top. So that's designed for kids who can't read the kanji. They can read the kana across the top there as well. Or for those studying Japanese, it makes it easier for them to read. All right, so as we open it up, they're fairly basic but very straightforward and reasonably detailed instructions. So you've got your paint chart across here. They use the Gunzi numbers. So you got your H for your water base and then the C for the lacquer based paints. Over here you got your painting and also your decal guide. These are all customizable, of course, so you don't have to put them there, but if you want to do exactly as per the box art, then they're the ones that they use. And then you go into the construction step by step. Okay, so we start off with the rear suspension. You got all your disc brakes with your suspension built into the sub-assembly, which is then placed onto the floor pan. Do the front end, same sort of thing. Your skid plate, discs, then onto the hubs. This is putting on the steerable front hubs. You got your shocks going in, and then that front sub-assembly is dropped onto the floor pan. Over here you assemble the wheels. So the wheels just push straight into the tire. And then over here you've got your optional muffler. So to use the optional muffler, which is a chrome part we looked at before, you need to trim off this section of the original muffler. It's a bit like changing on a real car, isn't it? Basically you just cut it off from that point and glue it in place. From there's the interior. So you got your dashboard, all your seats, that's all built into a sub-assembly as well. Your glass, whichever one you want, you put in, so whether you want the clear one or the smoked one. If you're putting in the smoked one, you don't have to do so much detail on the interior because you won't see very much. So you got your windscreen wipers as well. And then you start getting into the bodywork. So over here, as I said before, you've got your pop-up headlight covers. They need to be cut off. And then you just need to be a little bit careful here. You want to make sure that you have them cut and then sanded very nice so that these inserts can fit over the top and also that glass cover fits on top. So you want to do some dry assembly there. Just make sure it's perfect before we start painting anything. So that's the front apron going on. All right, so you got the sub-assembly of the interior tub that goes in, intercooler, start doing the rear lights. So that's a clear one which they've indicated where to paint. If you do your the smoked one, then you just glue it straight on because no matter what color you paint on the inside, you still won't see it through that dark smoke. And then the bodywork just clips on. Pretty standard practice. This is very much like how Tamiya cars go together as well. And then you do the rear apron. That just slides over the existing bodywork. Building the rear wing. That's glued on. You got your quick release clips there as well for the rear hatch. Side skirts. And that's finished. Okay, and then you have your list of all the parts. So this is a legend of all the sprues that are used, and anything that is greyed out, they're not used. Okay, so there you go. So that is the RX-7. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat. Let's just take these bits out so we can see the box art again. All right, so that's it. So that's a really nice Aoshima 1:24 scale FD3S RX-7. So C-West edition. Looks really, really mean. Quite like that front end. So as you can see, really nice kit, lots of options, and it'll be a really great build. So consider that. Very nice. Actually, any of the Aoshima kits are very nice. So have a look at their range. They have a massive range. Classic cars, modern cars, supercars. So it's great. They don't only just do cars, they do aircraft and also ships as well. But we'll look at those another day. So thanks for joining me, and see you later.